Lovely young lady.
Thank you. Can I ask you a personal question?
Well, it's nice of you to ask. You usually just shoot from the hip.
Well, is it your birthday or something like that? Why would you bring Eddie and I to this classy lunch like this?
Just my way of thanking you and Eddie for such terrific work at the Oasis.
You know, Eddie really does deserve all the credit.
No, you got 98 degrees there. Where is our friend anyway?
I really don't know where he is, but he should be here shortly.
Oh, there's that gangster who runs the Oasis Club.
Mama, the man's name is Alec Wallace.
Well, I don't care what his name is. A lot of good our protest did. The joint's going stronger than ever.
Our protest. Mama, let it go, okay? I learned some information about him, and he's definitely not a man to be messed with. Trust me.
She's the one.
You couldn't have picked a better place to be sent on assignment. I love Northern California.
Yeah, well, I'm going crazy here.
John asked Parker for the weekend. I really need to get away from Brad. I'm here at the airport right now. My jet's revved up. I can be there lickety-split.
Carly, I want to get out of here, okay? Damn it, Reed Hamilton.
What has he got to do with it?
I came here because of him.
You're with Reed Hamilton?
No. He's with Julia. He's at her family estate in Marin, la-di-da. You know, I just had this stupid feeling, and so... Oh, God. It's my own fault. I never should have come here. So you just get here as fast as you can. You keep that jet idling, and you get my butt back to Oakdale before I screw up big time, okay? Because I need to be with Andy. Carly? Hello? You still there?
Molly, I'm gonna call you right back.
Just book me on the next flight out to San Francisco.
Jack! Hi! What a coincidence. Where are you headed?
Don't answer it. Just don't answer it, Molly. Why did you walk out on me like that?
It's just me, here to clean the room.
Yeah, right. Could you come back later, please? Don't make me throw you out of here.
No. You just wish you could do to him.
Him? What are you talking about?
Woo! You got man troubles, girl. I guess I should say men trouble.
I beg your pardon?
You've got your destiny mapped out all nice and neat. Now there's this guy trying to mess it up for you.
Julia Petkin, don't be rude. Introduce me to your friend.
I might if you stop calling me Petkin.
I'm Dr. Reed Hamilton, and of course you're Julia's mother. I can see the resemblance.
Really? So pleased to meet you. What's your specialty, doctor?
I'm a psychologist.
And he's a very dear friend of mine.
How interesting. May I offer you some light refreshments, doctor? I've just ordered up a tray.
That sounds very nice. Thank you, Mrs. Lindsay. I would love to wash up beforehand.
Certainly, the second door on your right.
Thank you. I know my way.
I think I'll just freshen up myself.
Julia, Petkin, you've been had. As the world turns.
Lay off, Mother.
Darling, how colorful. If somewhat rude. This man, what did he say his name was?
Hamilton.
Doctor?
Reed Hamilton.
Are you seeing him professionally?
I was, for a while. He's not treating me anymore.
I see. And now he's just become a dear friend to you. And to him, you've become a personal gold mine. I assure you, I've seen it before.
Look, whatever you've seen, you're wrong now.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Well, then don't.
I'll let Sharon know we're having a guest for lunch.
You better be careful. She's out for blood. Yours.
I think I can handle her.
I'll be the first. You know, my mother thinks the worst about everyone, and so far, she's never let a single person disappoint her.
Well, she's met her match. Trust me.
Julia took a flight out to San Francisco.
Alone? I'm sorry.
No,
It's
she's
really none of my
she's
business, I
probably
know.
with Reed Hamilton, which is why I'm taking the next plane out there.
Jack, listen, I'm on my way to the West Coast right now to meet up with Molly. Why don't you just come with me? I'll take you to Juliet.
What's soft as a cloud, thick as a mountain of mattresses, and strong as a bodybuilder's biceps? Kleenex Cottonelle Ultra Soft. Everything you ever wanted in a toilet paper, rolled into one.
You've never felt a sunblock like this. The first dry oil sunblock spray with SPF 15 from Neutrogena goes on fast, absorbs in an instant with a light feel like no other sunblock. New Neutrogena dry oil sunblock spray. A light new feel and sun protection.
My name is Marjorie. I'm 65 and on Medicare. I use insulin to control my diabetes, and I'm low on my diabetic testing supplies. I should be driving to the drugstore now, but I'm not. Medicare covers my supplies, and I could be filling out these forms now, but I'm not. I could be paying out of pocket for all my daily testing supplies, but I'm not. Thanks again. Liberty Medical does it all for me.
Great news. Now Medicare covers diabetic testing supplies for everyone who tests their blood sugar. Get free home delivery with the cost billed directly to Medicare. You'll have no upfront out-of-pocket expense, no trips to the drugstore, no forms to file.
I could be just a little pressed for time and cash, but I'm not.
For more information on home delivery, call Liberty Medical at 1-800-428-5353. That's 1-800-428-5353. You'll save money and time.
Father, daughter, conservative, liberal, Rachmaninoff, rock and roll, practical, not. What brings them to the table? Introducing Honey Nut Checks, a delicious new taste, an amazing new crunch. If they could share this family value, what next? Maybe conversation? Maybe after breakfast. New Honey Nut Checks. Welcome to Generation Checks.
Who? Oh, Camille Bennett. She's the one that's tried to save the Oasis, sitting next to her mother who tried to close us down.
Thought they looked familiar. Why don't you order something to tide yourself over till Eddie gets here?
Mama, he's a multi-millionaire. Big name on the international club circuit and in media. He's one of those self-made men. How do you know so much about him? Well, I knew that he helped fund the clinic, but the other day I'm sitting in the dentist's office, I pick up one of those business magazines, and lo and behold, he's the one on the cover. And inside there was this whole rags to riches story about how he built his corporate empire up from nothing. Diggity dog. Well, he sure is looking at us right now. Correction. Correction. He's staring at you.
You said you wanted to show us something in the newspaper.
Yes, I did. Here, the latest issue of the Argus. Check out the Life in the Fast Lane section.
Oh my gosh, I knew that the party was a hit, but I didn't know it was going to get this kind of coverage.
And today's Sentinel.
Oh my gosh, all the way in Chicago? Way to go, 98 degrees, that's great.
Yeah, well, I happen to own a piece of both publications.
Hey, Eddie.
Sorry I'm late, guys.
Come on, great. No. You're here? Let's celebrate the launch of our new club Oasis. What's going on?
Eddie, are you okay? What's wrong?
You know what, it can wait,
Eddie, whatever it is, spit it out.
Okay. I, talked to your PI today. Gave him the lowdown on the guy in the pictures with Dina.
Tarot. Palms. I don't do tea leaves or chicken bones. My name's Venus.
Hello, Venus. So, what were you doing when you said all those things about me just now?
All I had to do was look in your eyes. I better move on.
No, you know, you're not going to go anywhere until you tell me about my man and my destiny. And then I'll grease your little palms with silver.
Green paper will do just fine. Palms 10, cards 20.
Okay. Great. Venus, I want you to, give me the works.
You got it. Which do you want to start with?
Cards.
Okay, you shuffle.
You know, even if that was just a lucky guess just now, you really blew me away. For the first time in, ever, I have a shot at a really, really good life with a really good man. And then this other man comes along and he starts messing with my head. Reed Hamilton. He's manipulative. He's arrogant. He's a real Svengali, you know, and he doesn't just want to read people's minds. No. He wants to control them. Mine in particular. I start slipping away, and he goes nuts, and he tries to provoke me in all sorts of ways. Wow, when Reed Hamilton wants to be provocative, hold on to your thongs, ladies.
They're shuffled till they're dizzy, girl.
What? Oh, right. Anyway, you know, he is trouble. He's absolute trouble for any woman that gets anywhere near him, because he uses this power. You see, he really has this incredible power. I hate him, and I am gonna get over him if it's the absolute last thing I do.
Hun, you gonna, ever turn those cards, or should I just charge you by the hour?
Actually, I really don't have anything to get over because I love Andy.
Hey, are you gonna turn him over, or are you just too damn scared?
Scared? Why? What do I have to be scared of?
Of what the cards can tell you. About your future, your destiny, your men.
That coffee urn is exquisite.
It's a family heirloom. Silver Repoussé, Connecticut, 1895. Julia, dear?
No.
I read somewhere that during the last century they would make fine plate copies of their silver pieces and lock up the originals in vaults for safekeeping. Thank you.
I assure you this is the original. I detest fakes of any kind, no matter how good they look.
Mrs. Lindsay?
Yes, Sharon?
You have a phone call, Mrs. Lindsay, from Paris.
Oh, yes, I am expecting this call. Will you excuse me for a minute?
Of course. You sure you don't want some coffee?
She's stalking you, you know.
Well, what makes you think I'm not doing the same with her?
Come on, Reed, you can joke as much as you want, but don't underestimate her. I am telling you, my mother puts people at ease, and then she goes in for the kill.
It's fascinating. Leave me alone with her when she comes back.
What?
She'll be more open about her agenda.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I know what I'm doing. Good news?
Oh, yes, that was my European agent. Bless him. I had heard about a Tiffany Frauville vase that was coming up for auction. I told him not to let it get away. Dear little man did not let me down.
Well, how fortunate for
Yes.
both of you.
Yes, I am a terror when I'm angry.
Well, I can hardly imagine that.
I'm gonna take one of the horses out for a ride. Would you like to join me?
Thank you. No, I was once thrown from a horse and made the mistake of getting right back on.
That's what you're supposed to do.
She threw me again. Twice more, actually, so I think I'll just stay right here, have another cup of coffee, if your mother doesn't mind the company.
No, not at all. Julia, dear, you will be careful, please. You haven't been on those trails in some time.
Yeah, I'll be very careful, Mother.
You have a lovely daughter, Mrs. Lindsay.
Yes. Thank you very much for escorting her home, Dr. Hamilton. We've imposed upon you long enough. I'll have my assistant arrange for your return flight home.
Thank you. That's very thoughtful of you, but I had planned to stay on for a while.
Well, plans change, Dr. Hamilton. I'm here now. My daughter and I have been apart for so long, we need time alone.
Well, I'll be certain to give you some space.
Surely, as a psychologist, you understand.
That you want me to go. I understand perfectly. But Julia wants me to stay, so I'm staying.
You're as obstinate as my daughter, Doctor. But I think you'll find me even more tenacious.
May I have some sugar for my coffee? It's slightly bitter.
fool I thought when I saw that tasty-looking Clausen deal with my lunch. Cool, crisp, crunchy. So I took a bite. I give it a 99. Clausen, talk about taste.
You got it. Jersey's comfortable cut, Jersey's comfortable cotton, and Jersey's complete collection of styles and colors. Got it? That's Jersey's with a Z.
When it comes to your health, never compromise, even when choosing a laxative. You need one that's strong enough to work overnight, but also gentle. Try doctor-recommended Dulcolax. It's both strong and gentle. It even has a special comfort coating to protect your stomach. In fact, doctors recommend Dulcolax most, more than Correctol and Senecot combined. Don't compromise. Get strong, get gentle, get doctor-recommended Dulcolax. And for strong and gentle relief in minutes, get Dulcolax suppositories.
When dentures dream, they see the perfect denture cleanser. One with the stain-fighting power of Atwt and the freshening power of Listerine. Well, little friend, dream no more. It's really here. It's called Atwt Plus, and it's the only denture cleanser that could make your dream come true. Atwt Clean and Listerine Fresh. That's Atwt Plus.
The amazing power of Duracell Ultra.
Mike's towing, please hold.
Oh, no. Cell phones get up to 100 more minutes of talk time. Duracell Ultra, with a concentrated power force to give more life to your high-tech devices.
Mike's towing, can I help you?
Hey, could you put me back on hold?
Duracell Ultra, more power, more life.
When Bill Murray visits Dave, you never know what's gonna happen. Well, get ready, because Bill is back. Don't miss Bill Murray tonight on The Late Show.
Well, what did the private investigator say? What, was he a really bad guy?
I don't know what he was. I do know that his name was Ray Schaefer, though. He and my mom used to hang out for a little while.
Well, that's a start.
Yeah, it's a start, except nobody knows anything about the guy, except that he died 10 years ago.
Oh, Eddie.
Yeah, this guy could have been my father, George.
It's kind of a long shot, isn't it?
Well, maybe if you find out where he's buried, they could do DNA test on the body.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
They don't exhume bodies based on evidence from an old photograph. Even if they did, what good would it do?
Would help Eddie find out if the guy was his father.
What would it change? Would it give him a father growing up or bring back Dina? I'm sorry, I know that's not what you want to hear.
No, actually, it's exactly what I've told myself my entire life, man. It's just seeing these pictures, you know? It sort of woke something up in me, you know?
Well, put it back to sleep, Eddie. You know where you came from and what it took to survive. Now you're moving fast in the right direction with your career, school, the club. Keep up the momentum, Eddie. Don't get sidetracked by what might have been. Georgia, show them those articles.
Check this out.
You did that. You and Georgia, you made that happen. Something big.
Man, wow.
You gotta stay in the now, Eddie. Stay in the present. With Georgia, me, and the business that you're building.
Yeah, you know, but I could do that and find out about this guy in the picture.
Why chase down some joker from 20 years ago only to hit an emotional dead end?
How do you know the guy was a joker?
He disappeared from your life before you were born. Does it really matter whether you got some of his genes, Eddie?
Look, this isn't about genes, all right? I want to know if this guy got my mom pregnant and then took off on her, okay? I want to know. Look, I gotta get out of here, man. I need some air.
You want to know so that you can hate him.
Excuse me, Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
I hope I'm not disturbing you, but I saw you here alone, so I thought I'd come over and apologize.
Miss Bennett, right?
Sarah Ruth Bennett. Listen, I'm sorry for the trouble my group caused at your club, and I want you to know we're not going to be making any more trouble for you.
Thank you for letting me know that.
My daughter Camille mentioned that you own several fine nightclubs, and as it happens, I'm a nightclub singer. That's how I earned my living for years all over the world, and then I decided to settle down with my daughter. But anyway, if anything should open up on your circuit, I wouldn't mind doing a gig every now and
Miss
then.
Bennett, I'll keep that in mind.
Great. Hi, sweetie. Mr. Wallace and I were just discussing the club business. You remember Mr. Wallace?
I do. Hello.
Hi.
Mother, our salads have arrived, so we should let Mr. Wallace be in.
Excuse me. Both of you, please join me for just a minute.
Well, I think we can join you for a minute. Don't you think so, Miss Camille? I mean, that's the least we can do for him. We tried to close down his club, right?
I've got a proposition for you, so I'll cut to the chase. Camille, we need to talk.
Wow. Still looks like the place was swept up and polished just 5 minutes ago.
I thought you'd be making your way down here sooner rather than later, now that your mom's arrived.
And still come here to escape. That was, Sparky out there at the paddock, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's a little older, still frisky as ever.
God, Sparky. We used to have such incredible adventures together. My heroic white stallion would carry me off away from all the evil witches and fire-breathing dragons. We would just ride and ride and ride for miles until we were both safe.
And when they asked me where you were, I'd say you were riding around the property. Never which property.
I wasn't supposed to go up into those hills or into the woods, but I always did. I was looking for my Prince Charming.
If I would have known you were meeting some man in the woods.
He was an imaginary man. A woodsman or a hunter. Someone handsome and strong and smart. Somebody who was kind and gentle, had a wonderful sense of humor.
Here I was all that time, and you didn't even notice? What, did you find him? Your hero, I mean, for real?
I thought I did, but that was once upon a time.
Jack, you don't have any idea where Julie is in California.
I'm not leaving the West Coast till I find her.
So in spite of everything, you're not going to give up.
I love her.
Even though she could be with her shrink right now,
Carly,
right this
you
very
don't
minute.
understand. I love her. And I know she loves me. I want her back. Carly, I really appreciate you giving me this lift. I mean, you could have walked away after you found out that I was going after Julia.
It's the least I could do. After what I pulled.
What do you mean?
I saw Julia, Jack. While you were out moving heaven and earth trying to find her.
You saw her? Where?
At the station. She came looking for you.
The Healing Garden. It's more than a place. It's a state of mind. The Healing Garden, where lavender helps relaxation grow. Green tea lets enlightenment shine. Jasmine makes sensuality blossom. And tangerine makes senses soar. Discover nature's gift of well-being in the Healing Garden. Holistic fragrances for the mind, body, and spirit.
Finding it difficult to Lego your Eggo? Now there's help. Because now Eggo is putting more delicious waffles in every box. And they're free. 2 more in this box, 4 more in this one. They don't cost more, you simply get more. For some...
Let go my Eggo. I don't think so. Let go my Eggo.
It may be too late. But for you, finally, it's okay to let go.
Let go.
Like these little guys, your little one needs the proper nutrition to grow. If you're concerned about your child's nutrition, ask your doctor about Pediasure. It provides complete balanced nutrition and tastes great. Pediasure.
A woman's body is about 70% water, yet it's natural to occasionally experience personal dryness. KY Liquid is water-based, non-sticky. It's from the #1 doctor-recommended brand, KY Liquid.
Flattering.
Does your dryer look good on you? This one would. Our Kenmore Wrinkle Guard 3 system tumbles clothes every 5 minutes for up to 2.5 hours after the regular dry cycle is through. So even if you don't unload at the buzzer, everything will come out just great. It leaves you looking flat out gorgeous. It leaves your iron absolutely cold. Smart, stylish, simple. In a word, Kenmore, America's best-selling laundry brand.
Is 16 too young for risky cosmetic surgery? 48 hours tonight.
The building has been blown away.
The CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Millions of Americans turn to one drama for inspiration and hope.
Don't give up. Fight.
Have you been touched by an angel?
This is your chance to make a difference.
Then, how far will a mother go to see her son married?
Far be it for me to meddle.
Olympia Dukakis, John Stamos, and Della Reese. A match made in heaven. CBS Sunday.
Venus, turn that thing off.
I will when you give me the cards. I'm tired of watching you procrastinate.
I'm not procrastinating. I'm just merely trying to get myself in the right frame of mind for this.
So am I.
All 5 gals to be here today.
I'm ready.
They're backstage now in separate sound booths.
All right, then.
Go. You know, I'm not afraid of my future, because my future is with Andy, and I'm sure of it. So you just go ahead and tell me all the good things you have in store for us here.
You're making me nervous.
Sorry. So what do you see?
Well, I see that... Oh, well, you're in denial.
I am not.
The cards don't lie. The Knight of Cups didn't come up for you.
What the hell is the Knight of Cups?
The short version? He's your sweet, pure love.
Andy.
You know, there's not even a Knight of Wands, the next closest thing. No, sirree, we got the Knight of Swords. The one who has you enthralled.
That's a mistake. That is a bunch of baloney. Here. Start over, Venus. And this time, read them right.
That guy you lost, was that the prince you were supposed to marry?
No, that was my mother's choice. I met someone else. He was, amazing. I made a whole new life for myself, Liam. It was a wonderful life. He wasn't anybody my mother would ever have approved of, you know? He was a cop. A detective, actually. But, for me, he was straight out of a fairy tale, you know? My perfect hero.
What happened?
There was a problem. The kind they don't write about in fairy tales, you know? She was blonde and beautiful.
Well, let's not talk about that now. You want to go for a ride?
Yeah, can run away from all the witches and monsters.
I'll get it all saddled up. Oh, this Dr. Hamilton. Is he one of the monsters?
No. He's my best friend. I trust him with my life.
My daughter no longer requires your services. I'm going to write you a check for a very handsome sum to compensate you for your time, and then my chauffeur will drive you back to the airport. You find that amusing, Doctor?
You simply don't listen to what you don't want to hear.
I could say the same thing about you. I told you I don't want you here.
And I told you I'm not leaving Julia.
This is my estate. When I decide that someone is no longer welcome, they leave.
Is that what you told your husband?
What did you say?
Your husband. When you kicked him out. The night that you forced Julia to choose between her mother and her father.
But Julia came to the station looking for me. Why the hell didn't you tell me, Carly?
Come on, Jack. We both know the answer to that, don't we? I didn't want you to go after her, Jack. I didn't want you to stop her. I certainly didn't want you to be with her. So I did my thing. I cheated. And I lied, and I manipulated. I've never gotten one thing good in my life without having to fight tooth and nail for it. So why should my love for you be any different?
Why shouldn't I be able to pull out all the stops to try and hold on to you? I just can't do it anymore, Jack. The look in your eyes just now when you were talking about her. I just have to accept it. I just have to accept that there's nothing I can do to make you want me again. To stop you from going after her. From loving her. There's nothing.
Oops. I'll get a brawny paper towel. Oh, don't waste brawny. Anything will do. What kind of a mess do you use brawny for? This kind.
Brawny paper towels. 10 more feet per roll than Bounty. Holds up to 19 pounds per sheet. And holds many sloppy messes better than Bounty can.
So that's a brawny kind of mess.
Got a brawny mess? Get a brawny paper towel.
It's allergy season again. So what do doctors prescribe for itchy, watery allergy eyes like yours?
Patinol.
Patinol. More than any other prescription allergy eye drop?
Patinol.
Patinol works fast. In just minutes.
And it lasts 8 hours.
It really works.
Some people may experience headache, burning, or stinging. Take your contacts out before use.
Bye-bye, allergy eyes.
Patinol. Works in minutes. Lasts 8 hours.
He was part of the animal group.
To study the mind of a convicted killer.
Are you a murderer? Oh, yeah.
A psychiatrist
If you don't talk to me, I can't help you.
is prepared to risk everything. Academy Award winner Anthony Hopkins.
Never had control. You only thought you had it.
Academy Award winner Cuba Gooding Jr.
He's leading me into the jungle.
He's leading you. Instinct.
What are you up to? Therapy?
Rated R. Sneak preview this Saturday.
It's surprising who's drinking Ensure. Healthy people. Staying healthy means eating right. But when you can't eat nutritious foods like these, drink Ensure. With essential vitamins and minerals you find in vegetables, calcium like in milk, and protein like in fish. Ensure's a source of complete balanced nutrition. Helps you stay active and energetic. Drink Ensure. And drink to your health. And now there's Ensure High Calcium, with calcium and other key nutrients to help build strong bones.
Stay tuned for more of As the World Turns.
Alicia was starving herself.
My ideal of perfect is to be bone thin, about to die.
Can her family win the fight for her life? And Haley wants her measurements to be perfect. Is 16 too young to have risky cosmetic surgery? An all-new 48 Hours tonight.
This May, Howie's in full bloom. Coming up, actor and living legend Rod Steiger, plus actress Emma Sands.
And I thought tricks were for kids.
And don't miss the magic show and hilarious guessing game on Howie.
Today at 3 on CBS 2.
Life is taxing enough, so relax. We'll pay the sales tax and your financing. La Jolla Patio and Mattress.
La Jolla Patio and Mattress will pay your sales tax and your financing. No sales tax, no down payment, no interest for 1 full year. You get it today at La Jolla Patio and Mattress. We'll pay the financing until next year, and that includes your sales tax. That's incredible value. Don't miss it. The sale ends soon at La Jolla Patio and Mattress.
La Jolla Patio and Mattress.
If your job doesn't offer health coverage for kids, they're probably not getting the regular checkups they need. But California's new low-cost and no-cost health coverage for kids can help. For information, call 1-888-747-1222.
Get into Oz. Experience America's favorite movie live on stage. The Wizard of Oz, starring Mickey Rooney and Joanne Morley. Coming to Los Angeles and Orange County. Call now.
Don't miss the Smothers Brothers, Marla Gibbs, Mindy Cohn, and Ron Palillo on Hollywood Squares.
Tonight at 7:30 on CBS 2.
The address is CBS.
Welcome home.
You're a model.
I was a model for all of about 5 minutes, yes.
Well, a company I own is starting a new women's magazine geared toward young professional women. We want a new face for our first cover.
Oh, Camille would be perfect. Perfect. Mother, I haven't thought about going back into modeling, Mr. Wallace. Well, now you don't have to think about it because it just dropped in your lap. Back off, Mama.
Look, you don't need to decide right now. Just consider it, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
My pleasure.
Yes, it was. Talk to you again soon, I hope.
Thank you.
Don't even say it, Mama. I'm not saying anything.
You're about to say it.
Look, you can't turn your back on an offer like that. Look, I got summer school and the clinic. I'm going to be very, very busy right now. And the moon is full. You left that out. And what I left out is I just had surgery just a couple of months ago. You remember that? Yes, darling, I remember that. And now we are dealing with the elephant. The one we keep pretending isn't there. Look, I know you just went through something that was so big and so overwhelming and so scary. But, sweetie, you survived it. Yeah, so far. Yes, so far. And in the future, even though I know you live it over and over again every time you go for a checkup. Honey, it's natural for you to want to play it safe. Look, I'm just trying to live my life, that's all. I'm not criticizing you. Well, that sounds like you're about to, so just get it over with. Well, I'm not. I'm actually trying to encourage you. Listen, I know you're so relieved to just be alive that you don't want to tempt fate. You bury yourselves in your book, at the clinic, all this other stuff you're doing because you don't want to crash again. All I'm saying is, it's okay for you to taste life again, honey. You won't crash.
How dare you?
Mrs. Lindsay, Charlotte, your daughter loves you very much, but she was hurt as a child, deeply hurt when she was forced to give up her father.
I am not the monster my daughter thinks I am.
I told you she loves you very much, and I can see how much she means to you. But there is healing to be done for both of you. Otherwise, you'll spend the rest of your lives circling around each other, wounded, suspicious, defensive, and I know that's not what you want.
You say she loves me. I feel as though she's hated me ever since that night.
Well, Julia's come a long way since I've met her. She would have never returned to this house if she hadn't.
But she didn't expect me to show up.
My business is the subconscious. Now, your daughter would never admit this, but she needs you, Charlotte. Deep down, she wants to reconcile. I'd like to help you with that. But that means you'll have to trust that I genuinely care about Julia, and that I'm not just cynically latching on to an heiress.
I usually don't give complete strangers the benefit of the doubt, Doctor. I do like to believe in my instincts.
And what are your instincts telling you now?
What does this policeman fit into all of this? She's broken it off with him, but obviously still has feelings for him.
I believe she can overcome those feelings. I hope she can, for her own sake.
You don't like the man?
Jack isn't a bad person, he's just limited. He was threatened by her life before she met him, and resentful of her attachments to it. I'll go as far as to say that if she were still with Jack, she never would have come home to you now.
I found the ring box in your desk. You know, I wasn't even snooping for once in my life. I was just looking for a pencil to write something down.
Julia's engagement ring?
It's part of my fantasy. And then she came in looking for you.
Julia.
I told her that I hadn't seen you. That I didn't have any idea where you were. But I made sure she saw that ring. Made her believe that you'd given it to me.
Carla, why? Why would you do something like that?
There's more, Jack. Before that, I was eavesdropping on her part of a conversation with Reed Hamilton. It was obvious that he was trying to convince her to go to the West Coast with him. I kept that from you. And when we saw each other at the airport today, Molly had just told me that Julia was in San Francisco with Reed. I kept that from you, too.
But then you offered to give me a lift anyway.
Because I needed one more chance to get you back. And if even now I thought that there was even the slightest glimmer of hope, I would still be doing everything I could to rope you in. So tell me, Jack, what a horrible human being I am and how much you hate me, despise me.
Carly.
Just tell me, Jack. Because then maybe it'll sink in. And maybe then I'll accept that it's hopeless. The two of us. You loving me. And finally, I could get over you.
No. Carly, I can't hate you.
And beneath contempt.
No, Carly, listen to me, okay? You weren't the person who did the most damage, all right? You're not even close. It's not your fault. And we are gonna get past this. All of us, Julia, you, me. We're gonna be okay, Carly.
Molly told me that Julia is on this family estate in Marin.
You didn't get it wet. You still didn't get it wet. It's still not wet.
New Band-Aid brand Clear Water Block Plus bandages. Its waterproof seal blocks out water and germs better than ordinary bandages.
It's dry.
Why is the dog looking at me that way?
Where's that one thingy?
Honey?
You know, the thing for the thing?
What's for dinner?
That question deserves an answer. Tyson roasted chicken. Savory marinated, roasted slow, and ready fast. Tyson, we're chicken.
Just when you thought you left it all behind, your day followed you home. Escape. With soft soap relaxing body wash. Let the calming scent of fresh lavender and soothing chamomile set you free. Lose yourself in rich moisture beads. Skin is soft, smooth. Escape with soft soap body wash. More than just clean.
It takes dozens of people to make a show come to life, and just one thing to stop it, a migraine. So for migraine pain, you know what I take? Excedrin migraine. It really works. It gives me the strong, fast relief I need. My doctor says it's the only non-prescription medicine that's FDA approved for migraine pain relief. So the migraine pain goes away, and I can get back to work, because the show must go on. Excedrin migraine. Trust me, it works.
It's your thing. Do what you wanna do. We can't help you. Get what you want to. Oh, get your stuff now. Whatever you choose. How can you lose with the stuff you use?
Your first week is 99 cents when you pay for the second. Call Rent-A-Center now at 1-800-205-2005.
Oh, it's your thing.
Oh, what's this?
Compliments of Mr. Wallace with a verbal message to Ms. Bennett. See you on the cover.
Oh, well. I think I'm gonna have to break my no-drinking rule before nighttime.
I'm sorry we kept you waiting.
I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever see the two of you again.
Me and Georgia went over a lot of stuff out there, especially what you were saying, you know, how I gotta put things behind me, you know, and, well, you got a point. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put every bit of focus that I have on the club, and anything I got left over is gonna go to school. You know, I figure the best thing I can do for Dina is to do right by myself.
That'd be a smart move, Eddie. I know your mother would be very proud of you. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, hold on just a second. I'm gonna take this in the bar where it's a little quieter.
Alec makes a lot of sense about a lot of things. I'm really starting to like him.
Yeah, me too. I almost feel bad about not trusting the guy. Almost.
Good job. No, he doesn't have a clue that the guy in those pictures is alive and well and living in Oakdale. You just keep him off my tail, you understand?
She was attracted to the Snyder family. They're a big, noisy clan. They made a fuss over Julia. She learned how to bake bread in a country kitchen. Now, something essential was always lacking, though.
What was that?
Julia. Her life, her experiences, her family. Jack wanted to pretend like none of it ever existed.
Well, you must be good. You got her to break it off.
I just listen to my patients and try to figure out where it is that they really want to go.
And for that, you must be rewarded. And I mean that in a literal sense. I really would like to give you
No. I don't want any of your money. I'd like to continue the work that I started. Julia is very close to being where she needs to be, but she's not there yet. Now, I know that I can, shall we say, help her find her way home.
And we both do want the same thing for my daughter, don't we?
So it seems.
Okay, now tell me what you see.
Why don't you tell me and we'll save time?
You know, just be nice, Venus. I didn't pay you for sarcasm.
I like you, girl. I do. I do. But you are a pain in the...
What? Say something. You're scaring me here. What do you see? It's number 13. Yuck. Looks like a skeleton. What does this mean?
Death.
I go to lots of weddings, as the photographer. And when they say I do, it's just the beginning of everything I do. Good thing Always Ultra with Flexi Wings is protecting me the whole time I'm protecting their memories. It's not just a thin version of a thick pad. It's amazing that the gel core can absorb 3 times more liquid than pads usually have to, then turns it into gel. So all I need to worry about are those 63 wedding guests. Cleaner, drier, always.
Foundation that looks great and feels soft when you put it on is no surprise. But what if I told you I put my foundation on this morning? Introducing All-Day Moisture Foundation from Oil of Olay. Tests prove its combination of base, long-lasting color, and moisturizers reveal that it continuously moisturizes, helping your skin look natural and feel soft all day. And the name? New All-Day Moisture Foundation from Oil of Olay. We can prove long-lasting color can care.
Paying too much for car insurance isn't any smarter. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Am I on? Geico Direct could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance. Result?
Smaller bill.
Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more.
There is a minute in each morning where a full day of being big and strong on the outside starts off first with being big and strong on the inside. That minute was made for Minute Maid. A taste as fresh and ripe as morning itself. Minute Maid Premium with calcium. Help keep your bones big and strong and squeeze the day.
It's all a balancing act. Capitalize on your successes and parlay them into other ventures.
Well, what's the downside?
Overextending your resources. You ever consider why so many companies go bankrupt?
No, but now that you mention it, why?
Because they bite off more than they can chew, right?
Go to the head of the class. There you go. You start out slowly. You don't get too impressed with yourself. A lot of good things can happen. Matter of fact, down the line, if I decide to invest in some more clubs, I want you to be part of those ventures, Eddie.
Great. Way to go, Silva.
No. I'm not leaving you out of the equation here. How would you like a part-time job at the Oasis? Say as a hostess. Occasionally, from time to time, you can MC some of the shows. What do you say? Is that okay with you?
Oh, it's definitely okay with me, man. I'd say that that's the smartest thing you've done since hiring me.
Thank you, Mr. Alec. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
So, Eddie, when can I start?
I don't know. How about, now?
Okay, I'm there.
All right, let's go down to the club. We'll go over your duties.
Cool. Thank you.
Let's take that with you.
All right.
Good. That was great. Really good. Mr. Wallace, now that was an unfair tactic with that champagne because it was just too damn good.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
We did.
Here's my card. Please, let me know as soon as possible about my offer.
Well, would now be too soon? I would love to be on your cover, Mr. Wallace. Oh, that's my girl.
That's terrific. I'll let my office get in touch with you in a day or two.
That would be fine. I look forward to it.
So do I.
Okay. So do I.
Have a good night.
You too.
The young lady left this on the table, Mr. Wallace. I didn't know whether you wanted it.
Thank you.
Alec, the shrimp cocktail in this place costs more than my entire outfit.
Well, so order 2 of them if you want. I've been saving up for months just to take you to a place like this. Oh, for you. Prettiest lady in the whole room.
I love you, Alec.
Yo, Alec. Miss Wallace.
Yeah.
What is Georgia? We're standing outside waiting for you.
Well, let's get going, son. What are we waiting for?
I'll lose my job. I've got other rooms to clean.
You are not going anywhere until you tell me what this card means. The death card. What does it mean? Am I going to die soon?
It's not about you. Look, you don't like getting bad news, and I don't like giving it.
Well, you can't just leave me hanging here. That is downright unethical.
Unethical? Mm-hmm. Unethical? Unethical's deep sixing cards you don't like. Okay. All right. The death card and all the cards before it indicate that the man of your future is, well, he's a...
What?
He's a dead man walking.
Dead man walking? What does that mean? Like the movie? He's a criminal? What?
Who's there? Could it be a murderer?
Molly? Molly, it's me. Open up.
Yo, Venus, wait a minute. I'll pay you whatever you want.
What are you doing in here?
I need to know, and she needs to tell me.
Is you. Please, I'm a wreck. I ran into Jack at the airport, and he was booking a flight to come here and look for Julia, and I gave him a lift.
Did something happen on the plane?
I spilled my guts about everything, about all the horrible, nasty lies and things I did to keep him from finding her. And he forgave me. But the worst part is, I told him where she is. He's probably off right now rescuing Princess Julia from a fate worse than death. I did it to myself.
What were you thinking? Ride away and leave everything behind. I can't just stop missing and needing Jack. It hurts so much to think of him with Carly.
I told you I have to see Julia right away.
I'm
Is she here?
Charlotte Lindsay, Julia's mother. Who, may I ask, are you?
I'm Jack Snyder, Mrs. Lindsay.
Well, well, well. I've heard so much about you, Mr. Snyder. I can't tell you how pleased I am to meet you.
It's all right. I'm here. I'll take care of you.
It hurts.
I know. But the pain will go away. You'll forget. Wallace. I'll help you forget.
Put wings on an ordinary pad, and it's still an ordinary pad.
Put wings on Stay Free's 4-wall maxi, and you've got superior protection. Only Stay Free has 4-wall protection and wings. Superior protection against leaks.
Itchy allergic rash? The dermatologist I work for recommends Cordate. It stops the itch and helps heal the rash to restore your skin. There's no brand doctors recommend more. In fact, doctors recommend Cordate more than 4 to 1 over Cortisone 10. Cordate, restore your skin.
A sensual revolution. Underwear that's there, but barely. Smooth, seamless, uninterrupted comfort. The end of ride-up. Sensationally soft. Barely there underwear. Nothing feels better.
With all his talk about changes to Medicare, we were confused.
I'd only read a few things about the new Medicare Plus choice option, but I didn't really understand it or know how it might affect our current coverage.
We needed answers to these very important questions.
So we called this toll-free number and received this valuable guide to health insurance for people with Medicare, absolutely free, from United American Insurance Company.
This free guide could answer a lot of your Medicare supplement questions. I know it did for us.
With United American's Medicare supplement policy, you'll have the freedom to choose the doctors and hospitals you want.
And almost all of your Part B process claims are filed automatically.
Call United American for your free guide today.
We're sure glad we did.
This informative guide to health insurance for people with Medicare could answer a lot of your Medicare supplement questions. To receive your free Medicare guide plus information on these affordable Medicare supplement insurance plans, call United American today at 1-800-828-3113.
Only DVD can bring you television's best mysteries. Dick Van Dyke, that is.
We've got ourselves a serial killer.
Diagnosis Murder, CBS tonight. Unsolved Mysteries is back with all new episodes this summer. How could this man have a dream so real?
I could see everything that was going on.
It saved his mother's life, and the family's dream cruise becomes a nightmare when their daughter mysteriously vanishes. Could you have the clues to help find her? Robert Stack and Virginia Manson host an all-new Unsolved Mysteries, CBS Friday, 9/8 Central.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather, the hurricanes of '99. Are you ready? We've got the forecast later.
Courage comes in size small. She found her mother on the living room floor, but what little Sarah did next you'd never expect.
There really was something wrong over there.
Watch the next.
Guest of honor at Luke's birthday